Imagine train horns blasting hundreds of times a day over your back fence. These families say they're being driven mad by the sound and there's nothing they can do to make it stop.
The sudden sharp impact of that noise, it's like a jackhammer going off in your head.
Well, this is
the frequency.
Yeah, see that's...
Yeah. See, that's unacceptable. It's almost like a Second World War raid noise. That's how it feels when it's intruding through.
There's a battle in the burbs where a group of whistleblowers have blown the whistle on the whistle. Halt the Horn is a group of residents who live along Melbourne's railway lines, and as member Michelle tells us, this group believes over the last few years Melbourne's train whistles or horns have gotten louder and more frequent than necessary.
We like living on a railway line for all sorts of reasons, the proximity, the bird life which is attracted to railway lines. It was a very nice area to live in, and then 3 years ago the frequency, duration and level of sound increased to the point where this is absolutely mind-bending.
And sure enough, within moments of sitting down...
Michelle, there it goes. How often are you hearing that noise?
570 times a day.
How many?
570 times a day.
These X signs are whistle boards. Drivers must make the sound when they pass them. Michelle has clocked 6 whistle points along 1.3 kilometres of rail near her place, and with 95 services a day, that's 570 whistles.
It is very stressful. So the cardiac health and the mental health and the sleep deprivation is affecting people all up and down the line.
And as Michelle shows us the railway line, a question comes up that she's heard plenty of times before.
Michelle, how do you respond to people who say, well, you moved onto a train line, you have to deal with this situation?
We did move onto a train line. We love train lines. I've always lived beside train lines. But never have we had to put up with this kind of nonsense where the decibel levels have increased to the sound of a jet flyover or a jackhammer. So just because we live on a train line doesn't mean that the railways can hold us hostage to whatever they have planned in the future. That is appalling.
Residents in Michelle Street recently hired an acoustic engineer to measure the volume of the whistle with a fixed microphone. The report recorded blasts of up to 103 decibels, around the same level as a jet flyover at 100 feet. But despite this, train whistles in Victoria are exempt from noise pollution rules.
We just heard the whistle then. They say that's not noise pollution.
Correct. Judge for yourself.
With no earlier readings to compare to the recent recordings, we travelled the railway line to see if others agreed with Halt the Horn.
I don't think they're louder or more frequent.
I don't know.
But they are frequent and they are loud.
If you live near a train station, it's going to happen.
When they bought here, they knew what they were buying into.
It's a signalling process that they need to do to warn that they're about to do it.
But what if it wakes people up in the middle of the night?
Well, do you want to put safety over your good night's sleep?
Do you ever notice that?
Oh, every day. 20 times a day.
20 times a day.
Well, this is
The frequency.
Yeah, see that's...
Yeah. See, that's unacceptable. To a little baby that might be in a pram,
And
what damage
no,
does it do?
there's nobody standing at the crossing there.
Carol and Don live on a different line to Michelle and hear the horn all day as they're gardening.
Sunday morning, listening to the birds, just in that moment when you wake up and you're very much at peace with the world, all of a sudden, and it goes right through your soul.
Don has been going door to door collecting signatures to petition the state government to reconsider the number of whistles and explain if the volume level has changed.
At certain times of the day, it's worse than other times, but it's a constant 24/7, 7 days a week. There's no one travelling in the trains at the moment, not that that's an issue with this situation. It's just the noise horn, whether or not it needs to be used.
And with the petition closing later this year, Don headed off flyering, while Carol had a plan to build up the noise barriers.
Would you like to have a go?
Yeah, sure. All right, where do you want me to go, Carol?
Just here, dig it up a bit more. Oh, that's good.
Is that all right?
Yeah, stick to journalism, Seb. Residents want to petition the Victorian government by the end of the year, and for full details on how you can sign the petition, head to our website.